Hey guys, everyone's day is going well. Today we're going to be taking a look at the unparalleled Seiji. I think that's how you say it, so please don't come after me in the comments if I said it wrong. This is the signature yo-yo of none other than Junsung Park. He is one of my absolute favorite players, so I'm so excited to be reviewing his very yo-yo. And without any further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so this is video 2 of my 3-part unparalleled yo-yos review series. If you didn't see my original view of the Notion, you can click right up there to check it out. But as I said in that video, Unparalleled sent me 3 insane yo-yos that they recently released, and I'm super grateful to them for sending me these yo-yos. As usual, I'll have all their links and contact information and store in the description down below, so as usual, be sure to check them out after this video. However, you guys are here to learn a little bit more about this yo-yo, so here are the specs. Okay, now that you got a chance to see those, let's talk a little bit about this yo-yo. There's a couple key things I want to point out with the specs. So first things first, this is a 7068 aluminum with stainless steel rims yo-yo. So for those of you that don't know, 7068 is a more premium grade of aluminum and generally, in my opinion, plays a little bit lighter. The diameter coming in at 56.3 millimeters is not too shocking for me. I think that's just a pretty standard diameter. The width of 46 is a little bit more on the wide side, but then again, yo-yos in this day and age are getting a little bit wider, so that can be pretty normal. And then the weight at 65.61 grams, in my opinion, a little on the heavy side. I think most weights are coming in more around 63, but again, that's just about a 3-gram difference, so not crazy far off. The price of this yo-yo is definitely premium, coming in at $120, and by the end of this video, you'll hopefully be able to determine whether or not it's worth it. Okay, but let's take a quick look around the yo-yo itself. First things first, the shape. This is a nice H shape. It's definitely very wide. You can see the gap width right there is super wide. It's got a couple cuts that lead down to some very nice low scooped walls. You guys know I'm a huge fan of yo-yos with this more concave slope down to the bearing, just because it makes for more accurate play, and I also love my wider yo-yos. Those stainless steel rims are huge, let me just say. You can see they're really nice and thick and wide on the rims, and then they also curl all the way in underneath the rim as well, which definitely explains why this yo-yo is so stable. In general, shape feels super comfortable, really nice in the hand. The rims aren't too sharp in any one way, such that it would hurt your hand after a bind, so I'm a big fan of this shape. Now moving on over to the cup itself, pretty standard cup here, almost a little reminiscent of a CLYW cup with that nub in the middle. I guess that's just what I automatically think of. I know a lot of companies do that, but it's got a couple cuts, and then in the very middle, as you can see there, has a nub that can sometimes allow for a little bit bigger of an axle to be added, since it has that extra bit of metal to accommodate. So just some things to note. In my opinion, shape and appearance of this yo-yo is clean. This blue color is nice with the stainless steel rims. It looks really premium, very solid and clean. And again, you guys know I love a good wide H-shaped yo-yo, and this is exactly that. Okay, so how does the Seiji play on the string? First things first, this is quite the stable yo-yo. When you throw this yo-yo down, it just screams stability and spin time, like almost unlike any yo-yo I've ever experienced before. This thing could easily last through every single one of my tricks and then some, which was so impressive to me. I think there are 2 factors that are contributing to this insanely long spin time and performance. First, having those stainless steel bimetal rims adds for more weight on the outside of the yo-yo, which, as we all know, adds for more stable play and allows the yo-yo to spin for longer. That's just based on physics. However, I think also because this yo-yo has such a nice and wide and open shape, the amount of friction between the yo-yo and the string is very low. So when your yo-yo is going off axis a little bit, or maybe the string is touching the sides of the yo-yo, there's very little parts of the yo-yo that are actually touching the string, and that results in a longer spin time. I believe that those 2 factors right there are kind of the contributing factors that make this yo-yo just spin forever, because it is so impressive. I'd say in general, in terms of, whether this is super light or super heavy, I'm going with a little bit more on the heavy side. It's a little bit more of that solid, stable feel. So if you're someone that wants an extremely light yo-yo, this is not the one for you, but I can appreciate a little bit more of a solid and stable feeling yo-yo, and by all means, this yo-yo is nice for that. I think in general, you can definitely pick this yo-yo up to faster speeds. It's going to take a little bit more of an oomph on your end to get that done, but in my opinion, once you get up to those nice high speeds and you're cruising with the yo-yo, I think it can really maintain those speeds for a nice long time. You can see from his performances that Junsung definitely plays pretty fast, and so I think this yo-yo definitely complements his play style very nicely, because he does a lot of longer tricks and extreme ones that require a lot of push on the yo-yo, and it makes sense that this is a good yo-yo for him. In terms of binds and regens, this yo-yo checks all the boxes perfectly. I was getting very few snags with default response pads and string. I find regens to be nice and stable, not too much yo-yo wobble after you regen, which I really was a big fan of. And similar to the Notion, which I reviewed previously, since this yo-yo has such a wide and accommodating shape, super easy for all your whips and slacks and hop tricks, arm tricks. Those were all really, really nice. Junsung has a very kind of extreme style. He's doing a lot of tricks with his arms and his legs and his body. And so I think that having a wider shape allows him to hit those tricks more consistently, especially when on stage and under high pressure. Okay, so in conclusion, this is a competition yo-yo. If you are looking for a nice and wide, very, very stable, a little bit on the heavier side competition yo-yo, this is the one that won't let you down. I can tell you that right now. This just gets through all of your tricks with so much more spin and power left, and very, very infrequently goes, off axis if you're throwing a tough trick at it. If you've got a little bit more of an extreme style that needs a nice and wide shape and really would want a yo-yo that can push the boundaries, this is an excellent, excellent candidate. I'm really impressed with the performance of this one. It is almost unlike any other yo-yo I've tried, and it definitely goes in my top 10 of competition yo-yos that I'd recommend. Now, this yo-yo is more on the expensive side, but what you're getting from that premium price is a really nice feel on the string and a yo-yo that absolutely will not let you down in any sort of rough setting. It can take all of the beats, it can take all of the hard tricks. It's just a great candidate overall. Once again, I want to thank UNPRLD for making this entire video possible, and a huge shout out to them for engineering this incredible yo-yo and for sending it to me. All right, that is about it for my review of the UNPRLD Seiji. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button so you can see when I post a new video. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.